You have heard the legends about the Lone Star State being a financial paradise where you can keep more of your hard-earned money. You are probably packing your bags right now, dreaming of freedom from state income tax and imagining how rich you will be when you move to Texas. But before you sign that closing disclosure on a beautiful new build, you need to face a brutal reality that real estate agents are terrified to tell you. The state government might not take a cut of your paycheck, but local tax assessors are waiting to drain your bank account every single year with some of the most aggressive property tax rates in the entire United States. We are about to embark on a road trip through 10 specific locations where the American dream comes with a hidden monthly subscription fee that never goes away. We are not just talking about a few $100s here and there. In these specific zip codes, your annual tax bill can easily cost as much as buying a brand new economy car every single year. While the national average for property tax rates hovers around 1.1%, the cities on this list are charging residents double or even triple that amount. We are going to dig into the effective tax rates, the median home values that drive these bills up, and the shocking dollar amounts that current residents are paying right now. Make sure you keep your eyes on the road because the location at number 1 has a tax burden so heavy it might force you to rethink your entire relocation plan.
Before we hit the gas, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to support our journey. And drop a comment below if you think these high taxes are a fair trade for having no income tax.
Number 10. Sugarland. Your journey begins just southwest of Houston in a place that sounds incredibly sweet, but the financial reality here can leave a very bitter taste in your mouth. You drive past the iconic Imperial Sugar Refinery and into master-planned communities that look like they were pulled straight from a movie set. It is easy to see why you would want to live here, with top-rated schools and manicured parks, but the price of admission is much steeper than the sticker price suggests. The first thing that hits you is the sheer complexity of the tax bill here, because you are rarely just paying city and school taxes in this specific zip code. According to data from the Fort Bend Central Appraisal District, residents here often face a combined tax rate that can push well past 2.2%, depending on the specific utility district you live in. While the median home value in the United States sits around $350,000, Redfin reports that the median sale price in this city is hovering closer to $465,000. That means your base for taxation is already significantly higher than the national average. When you do the math, a homeowner here is easily looking at an annual tax bill exceeding $10,200 on a standard single-family home. Smart asset analysis indicates that Fort Bend County, where this city is located, consistently ranks among the top 10 counties in the entire nation for the highest property taxes paid as a percentage of home value. You might think you are getting a deal because the listing price is lower than the coasts, but you have to factor in the municipal utility districts, or MUDs. These special districts charge extra taxes to pay for water, sewage, and drainage infrastructure, adding a significant layer to your annual expenses. A recent report from the Texas Comptroller shows that local debt per capita in this region is among the highest in the state, and you pay for that debt through your taxes. If you want to avoid financial cavities from these sweet surroundings, hit that like button to protect your wallet.
Number 9. Pearland. You head east from Sugarland and merge onto Highway 288 to arrive in a rapidly expanding suburb directly south of Houston. As you drive through the sprawling new developments, you notice construction crews everywhere, building new schools and widening roads to accommodate the massive influx of residents. This growth comes with a massive price tag, and as a property owner here, you are the primary investor. You might see a listing for a spacious 4-bedroom house for $400,000 and think it is a steal, but the tax assessor is waiting to correct your assumption with a hefty bill. Data from the Brazoria County Appraisal District reveals that the total tax rate in many parts of this city is hovering around 2.3 to 2.5%. To put that in perspective, on a $400,000 home, you are paying roughly $9,200 a year just for the privilege of owning your property. That is over $760 a month added to your mortgage payment purely for taxes. According to niche.com, this city is one of the fastest growing in America, but that rapid expansion requires aggressive bond packages for infrastructure. The local independent school district tax rate alone often exceeds 1.3%, which is higher than the total property tax rate of many entire states. Realtor.com statistics show that while inventory is rising, the median listing price has jumped significantly, meaning your tax assessment is only going to go up. A study by the Tax Foundation highlights that Texas homeowners pay some of the highest effective tax rates in the country, and this city is a prime example of that statistic in action. You are also likely to encounter mud taxes here, similar to Sugar Land, which can add another 50 cents to $1 per $100 of valuation. It is a perpetual mortgage that never goes away. If you are shocked by these numbers, consider subscribing to the channel so you do not miss more real estate warnings.
Number 8, Missouri City. You continue your drive along the edge of the Houston metro area to a place known as the Show Me City. While the community prides itself on diversity and beautiful parks, what they really show you is a tax bill that can make your jaw drop. As you cruise through the neighborhoods like Siena or Quail Valley, you see impressive brick homes that offer a lot of square footage for the money. However, the catch is in the ongoing cost of holding that property. According to the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts, the combined property tax rates in certain subdivisions here can reach an eye-watering 2.6% or higher. If you purchase a home at the local median price, which Zillow estimates is around $360,000, your annual tax liability is going to be roughly $9,360. Data from the Harris County and Fort Bend County tax offices show that this city straddles two counties, and depending on which side of the line you fall on, your rates can fluctuate wildly. But the common denominator is high taxes. A report from the Lincoln Institute of Land Policy indicates that the effective tax rate here is nearly double the national average. You also need to be aware that many master plan communities here come with substantial homeowners association fees on top of the taxes. But strictly speaking about taxes, the burden is heavy. The local school district takes the lion's share of your tax dollars, with rates that are necessary to support the massive educational infrastructure. Another shocking figure comes from a local real estate market analysis, which shows that over a 10-year period, a resident here could pay nearly $100,000 solely in property taxes. That is enough money to buy a separate investment property in many other states. You have to ask yourself if the amenities and the lifestyle are worth effectively repurchasing your own home every 25 to 30 years through taxes alone. Before we move to the next stop, drop a comment below if you think these tax rates are justified. Number 7, Pflugerville. You leave the Houston area and drive west towards the state capital, landing in a booming suburb just north of Austin. 10 years ago, this was a quiet farming community, but today it is a tech hub overflow zone with housing prices and taxes to match. As you navigate through the traffic on Toll Road 130, you realize that the secret is out and everyone is moving here. This demand has driven property values through the roof, which is a double-edged sword for your tax bill. Redfin data indicates that the median sale price here has skyrocketed to over $425,000. With an effective tax rate that smartasset.com estimates to be around 2.4%, you are looking at an annual tax bill of over $10,200. The Travis County Appraisal District has been extremely aggressive in recent years, raising assessed values to match the hot market conditions. This means even if the tax rate stays the same, your bill goes up because your house is worth more on paper. According to a report by the Austin Board of Realtors, the median home price in this area increased by nearly double digits year over year recently, compounding the tax paying.
You are also paying for the massive growth in the local independent school district, which has passed significant bond measures to build new high schools and stadiums. Data from taxrates.org shows that residents in this county pay some of the highest median property taxes in the entire state of Texas. Another factor to consider is that unlike some older cities, this area has a lot of new infrastructure debt that is being serviced by property owners. You might find a house listed for a reasonable price per square foot, but when you add the monthly escrow, your purchasing power diminishes significantly. It is a classic case of being house rich but cash poor because the government is taking such a large slice of your monthly budget. Make sure you share this video with anyone thinking of moving to the Austin area so they know the truth.
Number 6. Manor. You drive just a few miles east from the last location to arrive in a town that is often marketed as the affordable alternative to Austin. You see rows of brand new starter homes and think you have found a loophole in the expensive Texas market. However, this location is a textbook example of how a lower sticker price can be deceptive once you factor in the tax rate. Because the commercial tax base here is smaller compared to major cities, the burden of funding local services falls heavily on residential property owners like you. According to data from the Travis Central Appraisal District, the total tax rate in some of these new developments can approach a staggering 2.7%. Even if you buy a modest home for $320,000, which is the approximate median value reported by Zillow, your tax bill is hitting around $8,640 a year. That is a massive percentage relative to the value of the asset. A study by the Real Estate Center at Texas A&M University highlights that rapidly developing rural-urban fringe areas often have the highest effective tax rates due to the need for new water and sewage systems. You are basically paying a premium to convert cow pastures into subdivisions. The local school district tax rate is also a major contributor, often accounting for more than half of your total bill. WalletHub ranks Texas as having the 7th highest property taxes in the nation, but if you lived specifically in this town, you would feel like it is number 1. Another shock stat comes from looking at the lifetime cost of ownership. Over 30 years, you could pay more in taxes here than the original principal balance of your mortgage if values continue to rise. It is a high-stakes game where the entry price looks low, but the maintenance cost is exorbitant. You need to look at the total monthly payment, not just the price of the house, or you will be in for a rude awakening. If you are finding these numbers helpful, please verify your subscription to the channel right now.
Number 5. Cedar Hill. You are now heading north to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, driving into a city known for its rolling hills and beautiful topography, which is quite rare for this region. You pull into a driveway with a stunning view of Joe Pool Lake, feeling like you have escaped the concrete jungle. However, you have not escaped the tax collector. This scenic suburb offers a high quality of life, but the local government requires significant revenue to maintain it. Data from the Dallas Central Appraisal District shows that the total property tax rate here is consistently among the highest in the region, often hovering around 2.5 to 2.6%. With a median home value that Realtor.com places around $350,000, you are signing up for an annual tax commitment of nearly $9,000. The city has a dedicated tax for economic development and park maintenance, which adds to the bottom line. According to the Texas Municipal League, cities in this specific population bracket often face challenges in balancing budgets without high property tax rates. A report from the Dallas Morning News identified this southern suburban area as a hotspot for rising appraisals, meaning your tax bill is likely to outpace inflation. You are also dealing with the Dallas Independent School District, or the local independent school district taxes, which are substantial. Another critical figure to consider is that property taxes here have risen faster than median incomes in the area over the last decade, according to Census Bureau data. This creates a squeeze on your disposable income.
You might have a beautiful backyard and great hiking trails nearby, but you are paying a premium for that nature every single year. It is vital to ask your lender to calculate the full payment with taxes included before you fall in love with the view. Don't forget to like this video if you appreciate the honest breakdown of these costs.
Number 4. Lancaster. You continue your tour of the southern Dallas suburbs and arrive in a historic community that is becoming a major logistics hub. You see massive distribution centers for global companies, which usually suggests a strong commercial tax base that should lower your residential taxes. However, that logic does not seem to apply here. As a homeowner, you are still shouldering a heavy load. According to the Dallas County Tax Office, the combined tax rates in this city are frequently cited as some of the highest in the county, pushing close to 2.7% in certain districts. While homes here are more affordable compared to the northern Dallas suburbs, with a median value around $280,000 per Redfin, the tax rate erodes that affordability. You are looking at paying over $7,500 a year on a home that costs less than $300,000. That is a tax-to-value ratio that is incredibly punitive. A study by the Lincoln Institute of Land Policy shows that in high-tax rate jurisdictions, the property tax can effectively reduce the market value of your home because buyers have to factor in that monthly cost. The local school district has faced financial challenges in the past, leading to tax rates that are necessary to keep the system running. You also have to consider the county taxes, hospital district taxes, and college district taxes that all stack up on your bill. Data from bestplaces.net indicates that the cost of living here is generally low, except for the housing-related costs driven by taxation. It is a trap for first-time homebuyers who look at the mortgage principal and interest but forget that the tax portion of their payment could be nearly half as much as the loan repayment itself. If you want to keep more of your money, make sure you comment below with your thoughts on these rates.
Number 3. DeSoto. You drive just a few minutes west to a neighbor city that is proud of its all-America city status. It is a well-established community with mature trees and large lots, attracting families looking for space. But space here comes with a significant annual fee. You might find a sprawling estate that would cost millions in California, going for a fraction of the price here, but the tax bill will remind you exactly where you are. According to the Dallas Central Appraisal District, the total tax rate here is often cited around 2.5 to 2.6%. Zillow reports the median home value has risen to approximately $340,000. Do the math, and you are staring at an $8,800 annual bill. Smart Asset consistently ranks this area as having one of the highest property tax burdens relative to income in the state. The City Council has worked to attract business to diversify the tax base, but residential property taxes remain the primary revenue engine. A report from the Texas Tribune highlights that school finance laws in Texas force local districts to rely heavily on property taxes, and this district is no exception. You are paying for high school football stadiums, performing arts centers, and teacher salaries directly from your escrow account. Another shocking statistic is the foreclosure rate in high-tax areas. When taxes rise sharply, fixed-income residents often struggle to keep up, leading to housing instability. It is a harsh reality that simply owning the deed to your house does not mean you truly own it free and clear if you cannot pay the taxman his 5-figure sum every year. Help us warn others by sharing this video on your social media.
Number 2. Coppell. You make your way to the northern side of the Metroplex, near the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. This is an affluent area known for having one of the best school systems in the entire state. You see manicured lawns, luxury sedans, and pristine community centers. It feels perfect, but perfection is expensive. The strategy here is high-value homes combined with substantial rates to fund top-tier services. According to the Dallas and Denton Central Appraisal Districts, while the city tax rate itself might seem moderate, the school district's tax rate is substantial because the state's recapture system, often called Robin Hood, takes money from wealthy districts like this one.
Redfin places the median home sale price here at a staggering $650,000. Even with a slightly lower total rate of around 2.3% compared to the southern suburbs, the sheer value of the home means your bill is astronomical. You are looking at paying nearly $15,000 a year in property taxes. That is $1,250 a month just for taxes. Data from the Comptroller's Office shows that the tax levy per capita here is among the highest in Texas. You are effectively paying private school tuition prices in the form of property taxes to send your kids to public school. A study by Wallet Hub on real estate taxes puts into perspective that $15,000 a year invested in the stock market over 30 years could be worth millions. But here, it is a sunk cost. The amenities are world-class, but you have to decide if access to a fancy recreation center and top-tier schools is worth a tax bill that could buy a brand-new luxury car every 3 or 4 years. We are almost at the number 1 spot, so please subscribe if you haven't already.
Number 1. Stafford. You finish your road trip back in the Houston area, in a city that presents the ultimate paradox of the Texas tax system. You might have heard that this city eliminated its municipal property tax back in 1995. That sounds like paradise, right? You drive through and see businesses thriving, thinking you have found the Holy Grail. But here is the catch that lands it at number 1. The absence of a city tax is an illusion of savings because the school district and county taxes are so aggressive that your total bill is still shockingly high. According to the Fort Bend Central Appraisal District, the Stafford Municipal School District has one of the highest tax rates in the region to compensate for the lack of city tax revenue support. When you combine the school tax, the county tax, and the drainage district levies, your effective tax rate is still hovering near or above 2.2%. But here is the real kicker. Commercial development drives up land values here significantly. Zillow data shows median home values are around $325,000, meaning you're paying over $7,000 a year. Wait, why is this number 1 if the bill is lower than Coppell? It is because of the effective tax trap. You're living in a place where you're told there is 0 city property tax, yet you are still paying a higher percentage of your home's value than people in almost any other state in the country. It is the ultimate psychological trick. Furthermore, because the school district is the only municipal school district in the state, it has a unique taxation authority that keeps your bill high. You are also located in Fort Bend County, which Smart Asset ranks as one of the top counties in the nation for property tax burden. The shock here isn't just the dollar amount, it is the broken promise of a tax-free haven. You come for the 0 city tax, but you stay because you are stuck paying the school tax. There is no escaping the tax man in Texas. He just changes the name on the bill.
So, there you have it. The 10 locations in Texas where the dream of low-cost living collides with the reality of high property taxes. While you save on state income tax, you have to carefully calculate if that trade-off is worth it when you are writing a 5-figure check to the county every single year. If you found this breakdown helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more honest real estate tours. Share this video with anyone you know who is obsessed with moving to Texas. You might just save them a financial disaster. Leave a comment below telling us which city's tax bill shocked you the most. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next road trip.